NCRP Productions presents Shadowrun 6th Edition, Sunday in the Shadows, Episode 3.
Hello everybody and welcome to Sunday in the Shadows. Today we are playing Shadowrun 6th Edition. My name is David and I will be your game master.
Hi, I'm Sequoia and I'm playing Jelly, the face character.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm playing Hot Hands the Mage.
Hi, it's Barry. I'll be playing MF, the Dwarf Adept.
Hello, this is Erin, and I am playing CeCe, the weapons specialist.
Alright, so when we last left off, you guys had negotiated the obstacle of picking up the trailer from the orcs.
Yeah.
But, I like to use the term negotiated.
A lot of air quotes around
yeah.
here today.
You were successful in picking up the quote-unquote load. The trailer itself is a 55-foot long trailer. It's a climate-controlled trailer that is white in color, and on the side of it says, Season's Best Fresh Tomatoes.
Season's best.
Fresh tomatoes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. We're hauling tomatoes.
You guys are hauling essential food items and
Vitamin
medical supplies.
A, absolutely.
Okay.
Dave, can I ask you, does the group pool that you created, which is not a standard rule in the game, does that group pool refresh at the beginning of each game, or are we at 2, which is where we left it last week?
Great question. So the pool is going to refresh, which should be 4, and your individual edge attributes also refresh.
Oh, also, okay.
Oh,
So we are back
dang.
up to full at the beginning of each
We're
session.
back up to full at the beginning of each session.
Right.
Beautiful.
In-game, can I ask you this? In-game, does edge refresh at any speed, like stun or heal?
No, so the group edge is going to refresh once per session. Your individual edge attributes will refresh every scene. So it is quite possible in one session that we get through more than one scene.
Sure.
If that's the case, I'll let you know. The edge has refreshed, but the group pool is kind of something that just represents, for the session, for the night, you've got some extra points that you can kind of choose, to do with what you will. And it kind of represents your guys' ability to work as a team, which I think it's doing a good job of.
Okay, back to you,
awesome.
sir.
So, you guys are in the truck. You've just pulled away from the warehouse. You're exiting the Barrens. LT says, "What's our approach on this thing?" Meaning, which way is he supposed to be going?
So I'm back. MF is up, back on the bed, watching America's Dumbest Shadowrunners.
All right. This is a
Previews.
This is
Reviews.
this is
Reruns. That's the word I'm trying to think of.
Reruns.
It's a 33-foot long double sleeper cab truck.
Wait, so we're over 88 feet long on this truck?
Yes.
Oh man, that seems like a big truck.
It's a
to me.
big truck. It's a big
Okay.
truck, and it's a good sized trailer.
So I'm assuming, Jelly is probably going to be up front in the cab. Or are you taking a separate vehicle, or...?
No, I would be in with you.
You bring your car.
Smoky.
Well, there are 4 beds right in here. So typically the way it will work, usually on like a driving team, you have somebody driving and then somebody sleeping, and they kind of switch off probably.
I still have my car. We're still in Seattle, so I say I need to go and drop that off at my place in Seattle first.
Where's your car? Oh, your car's here.
Yeah,
because I drove
he
here.
drove here.
So,
So when you say you got to go drop that off, are you taking it back to the tier?
no, just my place in Seattle.
All right. So you've got a lifestyle that you've paid for in Seattle.
Yes.
All right. What is it and where is it?
Oh, it's low and wherever the low lifestyle would be.
There's low lifestyle everywhere. You kind of picture yourself like downtown. Like you're in the Barrens here. You could totally be out here
Do
somewhere.
you have a
Down-
shipping container like I do?
Yeah, no, I have one step up from shipping.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll
You got like a
have it
low
in
rent
the-
apartment somewhere, in a
Yeah,
bad neighborhood.
I don't have a specific place. What did you say the options? I can't think of the word.
Well,
you
there's
just said.
Redmond. There's different districts of Seattle. I don't know if you've ever been to Seattle, but
No.
you've got like Everett to the north. You've got the Seattle downtown area. To the south, you've got Tacoma, which is the port, which is where CeCe lives in a shipping container down in Tacoma.
Probably just in downtown.
Okay, in the downtown area. Okay,
Yeah.
So you've got like a CD studio in the downtown area.
Yeah.
So MF would not mention this.
Okay.
But I would be wondering, are we going to be taking 100-foot of truck through the middle of downtown? Are there areas where we're not going to be able to take this truck?
So the way the Seattle proper
You
kind of
can
works
just take
is
an Uber back.
the main thoroughfares,
Yeah.
the main interstate and everything flows kind of adjacent to the downtown area. You've got all these exits that just kind of loop under and right into the downtown area, but you basically skirt around or parallel all the congestion other than traffic on the interstate in the Seattle area, kind of the greater Seattle proper. So you can totally take the truck. There's lots of big rigs on the roads there, but you would not want to take this downtown. You would not be happy.
So that means you're going to have to get back to us somewhere.
Yeah. So I'll call a cab to meet you at your place.
There you go.
As soon as you drop your truck off, get in the cab, and we'll meet back here. You have 15 minutes. Get going.
And do you have the money for the cab?
So
I'm buying the cab.
So to go from Redmond to downtown is probably a 35-minute drive.
Yeah.
You got 20.
Okay, so you're gonna call a cab and you're gonna send a note to the cab going,
Yeah.
I need him back here
I'm
in
gonna
30
say,
minutes.
don't kill him, but I need him here immediately, and I'll pay extra.
All right, yeah, you get a message back say ×2.
1.5.
Go ahead and give me a negotiations roll, or in this case it would be influence.
Okay.
You're playing this great Sequoia.
I'll roll my
I love
2
it.
dice. I have one.
That was outrageous. I was like, absolutely not.
Anyway, gotta get him back in 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute drive without traffic to downtown.
Domino's does it for $3.
In the meantime, CeCe is going to be cleaning her guns
Okay.
and making sure they are in tip-top shape.
Okay.
I got 4 successes.
Okay.
How many do I need?
Well, you need to. So, I got 1. You got 3 net. So, yeah, you're good. So, he sends back ×2, and you send back 1.5.
Fuck you.
Well, you send back fuck you, and he's like, okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So, don't want to be pissed off at the people. I haven't even picked the guy up yet. So,
Yeah, so the only thing I do is on the way, because I'm not going to have time at my house, apparently. On the way, I will call my anger management sponsor.
okay.
And
And
so,
who does the anger management sponsor know you as?
so they know me as Lucas Martin. So
Okay.
they're from the tier.
Okay.
Her name is Bethany Leaflin,
Okay.
and she is a upper class elf housewife.
Okay.
She kind of went a little bonkers at her ex-husband and almost killed him. Ended up kind of locking him up in the house for a little while. She got off basically saying that she has to go to anger management.
It's the orphan black house mom.
But now
That's
she's
exactly who it is.
she's transitioning
Oh, yeah.
into a different lifestyle.
She
and
hooked
she's
up with
become
her
your sponsor.
neighbor's husband
Uh-huh.
and then beat the shit out of her
It
neighbor.
was a whole thing.
All right, and she's human.
She's elf.
Okay, she's elf.
She's
okay.
an elf from the tier.
Okay, all right. So you call her up.
Yeah.
She answers the phone.
Yeah.
She's all and she knows you as Colton.
She knows me as Lucas.
Oh, Lucas. Lucas.
But she calls you Colt.
Yeah.
Hi, Lucas.
Hi, Bethany. I have messed up. I have lost my temper.
Okay. Are you in a safe place?
I am, yes, as safe as I can be.
Anybody hurt? Do we need any medical response to your location?
There's like a 5-second pause. Say, no one is injured that would require medical attention.
Are you currently
They would benefit from
Are you
medical
currently being pursued by law enforcement?
No, I am not, thankfully.
Okay. And are you having any feelings of hurting yourself or anyone around you?
No, I am. I have done my breathing exercises as best I can, and I am calming down. I just felt the need to call you and tell on myself.
Okay. Well, do you want to tell me what happened?
Well, I got into a bit of a sticky situation. I accidentally, I'll take a moment to think, brought up a sensitive subject with a associate we were doing business with, and when I went to apologize, apparently there was some misconstrued information, and a situation occurred. I attempted to resolve it peacefully, but I could not.
Okay.
That is as detailed as I can be.
Was the situation? Was it an altercation?
It was. I am sad to say, it was of a sensitive nature, and it is resolved now. I am saddened in the way that I did resolve it. I lost my temper, but I am going to review the steps I need and meditate on this.
Well, I want to let you know that it's okay to probably feel the way you're feeling right now. You probably feel a little lost, a little confused.
A little, yes.
But
Dave, counselor here.
right?
You're in the wrong.
Says
wrong
but
business.
we want to look at the underlying problem here, which you knew there was a sensitive subject. Was it some kind of trigger for you that you just couldn't keep it to yourself at the time being, or was it just something that
I will say, not a trigger necessarily, but some advances were made of a nature I do not wish to discuss. and I was uncomfortable.
Well, I'm only here to listen to what you want to share, all right? No pressure. Do you foresee yourself in the near future being in a similar type of situation?
No, I do not, thankfully. I am going to avoid those situations entirely, if at all possible.
All right. And with maybe with just a few short words, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I was beating myself up a minute ago.
Okay.
Talking to you and talking about it has helped dramatically.
Any cutting?
No self-harm.
Okay.
Enough harm was done to my person in the altercation.
Okay.
Only self-healing at this point.
Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you take some time to cool off and call me back in 3 hours, and we'll just reassess. Yeah? Fair enough?
That sounds good,
All right.
Bethany. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I hope you have a good day, and hi to the children.
Yeah. If for any reason you're feeling any extreme emotions between now and then, you call me.
Thank you, I will.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Oh my gosh, Dave, have you done this before?
Nope, I totally winged it, you know?
That was good.
So,
I feel personally better.
All right. Yeah, I thought about maybe the kids in the background are fighting. Okay, I'm going to go beat the shit out of one of my kids real quick.
Oh, please.
My kids are so stupid.
You got camera.
Bethany, you need to tell me about something.
She's supposed to be that voice of reason, right?
Yeah.
All right, so, I try to ask all the questions maybe I can, but,
That was good.
maybe
I kind of want to give you karma now.
All
Yes.
right.
No.
That was so well done.
All
Like,
right.
that was all the right
fabulous.
questions.
Did I? I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
beautiful.
Cool. All right.
Are you
Glad I was
thinking about
able to-
harming yourself or
Glad
others?
able to guide you through that, right?
Yes,
It's
it
good.
would.
All right, cool. Because you know what? It might not always be the same, in exchange, so.
The same
Awesome.
Bethany. She might have a rough
And
day.
Bethany is free to call me as well if she needs. We are.
Right, so this is on the ride to the place, right?
Yes.
So the cab driver says, it's none of my business, but you gonna be okay, buddy?
Say yes. I am going to be just fine.
Am I gonna be okay?
I will look at him. Yes, you are going to be okay.
All right.
And then I'll stop and look back. You are not going to make any untoward sexual advances towards me, are you?
No.
Then you will be all right.
All
And
right.
then I'm gonna go put my car away, and I will be right out.
Okay.
And so I'll go drive my car, park
Right.
it.
You park it, right.
I go upstairs real quick, make sure my little hydroponics that I have going in the house is good.
There's enough water.
Yeah,
everything.
water's
Okay.
going good, everything's
Okay.
going good.
Okay.
And then I'll go back down.
Okay, get back in, and as he takes off, he's like, "Man, you got your friend there, really wanted you back in a hurry. So, I'm gonna be driving kind of fast, So
Buckle up for
I don't
safety.
want to like set you off or anything, but I'm trying to get back, in quite a hurry because your buddy was adamant about,
That is no problem. I will be sitting silently and doing breathing exercises. You do what you need.
I'm gonna turn the radio on.
That's perfectly fine.
So he turns on the radio in Denver. Yeah, right. Exactly. So all right, and so you guys get back pretty quickly. They're late. They're about 12 minutes late as you're watching the clock, and he finally rolls up, and he's hauling ass in this cab. And he's just kind of looking. He just kind of looks like, shrugs his shoulders like, I tried.
Thank you so much for driving me. You did excellent.
Oh, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Like as soon as you get out, he like starts to pull away, almost like before you can even get the door closed. He just like pulls away. All right, and so you're back at the truck, and you guys are all there now. You guys load up into the truck. In the meantime, while he's gone, do you guys take the time to do anything or discuss amongst yourselves how you're going to get from where you're at to where you're going?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a little off topic, but you know what I should have done? I should have landed in a superhero pose, and then I should have said something like "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," and then blown him away. But c'est la vie. I was caught up in the moment.
Well, CeCe, there's always next time.
I am so.
I'll
glad
remind
for
you
to
next
say
time.
that.
At least you landed that vault, right? If you would have messed it up, it would have been almost funnier than watching MF try to run through the wall.
I just barrel into hot hands, just
Blam! Knock everybody down.
ah shit, your foot. I'm sorry.
You got one guy trying to run through the wall, the other one does a somersault in the air to take everyone out. I'm not quite sure what the plan. What's the strategy here?
The plan is
I would just leave you guys.
Yeah, Jelly needs
I don't
to
know
find
them.
the B team.
Yeah. Reforming the team, guys. We're getting the band back together.
Are we the B team?
So you got to go from Seattle to Red Bluff, right?
Yeah, so let's say while they were driving, me and LT figured out the best route and then an alternate possible route if we run into any kind of issues.
Well, LT goes, well, we could go through the tier. 5's going to take us straight south through the tier. Well, that's going to put us in, hot VC territory. Right?
We want to go under the radar as quickly as possible. We got 48 hours.
Well, then the only other route, really, what I can tell is to cut over west and hit the 101 down. But then once we get down past past Crescent City, then we're going to have to go back east, probably on 36.
How much will that set us back?
Well, it's not going to set you back. So from Seattle to Eureka...
Oh, is that where we're going to?
Well, you're going to Red Bluff, right?
Okay,
So,
that's pretty close.
let me see here. It is, so from Eureka to Red Bluff is 158 miles, which is about 3.5 hours. And then it's about, let me see here. Let me look this up. I had this all calculated. Here we go. So, where's my mileage? I've got 30 pages of content here that I'm digging through, but I wrote down all the mileages and stuff like that. Here we go. So, Seattle to Eureka is 588 miles, or about a 10-hour drive. Barring any imperial entanglements, we're looking at 10 to 12 hours to get to Eureka.
Or road
or
closures,
Fortuna.
like
Road
south of
closures.
Crescent City, for example.
We got to, blow a tire or something like that. And then
Let's not say all the bad things that could happen.
yeah, from 101 across
Positive
36 is going to be about another 3 to 4 hours. So we figure we give ourselves 4 hours to go from 101 to 30, to Red Bluff, and then give us 12 hours. So we're looking at like 16-hour total trip, road time.
Okay, yeah,
Drive time, barring any, stops. People got to go to the bathroom or whatever.
let's go the more quiet route.
Right.
I do have a question. There is a sleeper cab.
Mhm.
Are there windows in the sleeper cab?
There are.
Is there openable?
You can open them, yes.
Wonderful. She is going to pick out a bed with a window near it,
Okay.
and she is going to be priming her rifle, and she is going to be on Overwatch, watching the sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You got little windows on both sides of it's a double sleeper cab, so you got, bed. You got like a little lounge area. There's like a small little love seat, and there's like a little sink
Ooh,
there. There's a
fancy.
small little bathroom, and,
Okay.
those kinds of things can be emptied out at various truck stops and things like that, I guess.
Yeah, so let's take 101, and then once we hit the no-go zone, we'll put the big shooters up on the hood.
Okay, so the way the borders are into Cal Free State, so basically, the southernmost tier border, tier and gear, going to be Crescent City. So once you cross over from Crescent City, you're now into California. The no-go zone, though, doesn't start until, let's see what we got.
So once we hit Crescent City, we'll gear up then.
Okay, so, all right. So first leg of the adventure, right, from here to Crescent City. All right. So you guys head out and you hit on the interstate and things like that. It goes pretty uneventful, and you guys make it down. And at some point, you are following along the coast, heading south on 101. You will see at a certain point to your left, out of the windshield or out of the side of the sleeper cab, you will notice the large wall that Tier and Gear has erected to keep people out. And every once in a while, you'll see that there is a manned patrol up top of 2 elves, that are there on post. And there are, active weapon turrets at, so many intervals, about every quarter mile.
Okay.
So you've seen this before. You know what it's like, right? They patrol the borders heavily. They're pretty high end.
About like a mile ahead of that, I'm going to look at LT, and in my most sergeant-y voice, I'm going to say, soldier, keep it quiet, keep your mouth shut, I'll handle this.
What's happening?
What'd I just say?
What kind of?
What'd I just say?
Gotcha. Roger that.
Enough.
She is trustworthy, LT. She is our fearless leader.
Okay.
I'm going to turn off the TV,
Okay.
and I'm going to sit up on the bed.
Okay. So
Apparently something's happening.
all right. So now Crescent City. So you're looking at. So by the time you get there, you've probably been driving for about 8 hours. Okay. So we're talking. It's like late afternoon at this point. It was a clear day, a partly cloudy day, but now it's starting to just get that little bit less, level of light, as the sun will probably be down within the hour. When LT drives the truck, he kind of zones out, right? He's not looking at you having conversations or telling jokes. He kind of zones out and gets quiet and doesn't do a whole lot. But when you tell him, all right, let me handle this, let's get quiet, right? He hits a switch or something happens, and inside the cab, a red light goes on. Right now, there's a red light illuminating the inside of the cab of the truck.
Okay. For all of us, from end to end, and the whole thing, the sleeper portion, all of that. Has
Right,
just
it's
gone
like red
red.
lights. Yep, he's turned on these red lights.
Okay.
All right,
I am loading up weapons then.
all right, and so he's just quiet, and the truck's going down the road. So yes, you guys can, you guys visibly see the tier wall, right? To Hot Hands, this is like, just another day in the park because you crossed over the border several times in and out. You know that typical border crossings, they've got a magical response team and a military grade response team there. They will typically scan vehicles for weapons, illegal contraband, want to know what your business is in the tier, that kind of thing, and check your SIN, that kind of thing. Pretty standard. The tier border patrol are a lot more heavily armed than what you would have as a standard border patrol, and you've never had a negative run-in with them. It's always been pretty smooth.
And
So
they're
as you're looking
elven,
at this wall,
right?
the tier tanker, yeah, they're elves. Yep. But he's from the tier. He's human,
Yeah.
but he's from the tier. So he's seen this quite a bit. He's like, oh yeah, I've seen that, dude. He's used to seeing elves with guns. As you guys see it, you're like, wow, that's kind of, wow. It's awe-inspiring to a point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys continue down the 101. There are other vehicles. You pass other big rigs. It's pretty smooth sailing. As you guys continue, you are eventually going to come up to the California border, all right? And you'll notice as you pull up, there is a complement of armed, military-looking individuals there's an armored personnel carrier vehicle there and some barbed wire. So they've made some type of perimeter here. It looks like some type of border check, but it looks like a makeshift one. It doesn't look like it's a permanent border. Typically what you've done is as you head south along 101, you just enter California. You're not necessarily, it's not like going into the tier, right? It's a free state, so you can openly, same thing with Seattle, you can just roll right in. But here, there's some kind of they've erected some type of checkpoint. And anyone that has any kind of military skill, military knowledge skill, anything that might lead you to understand what certain military insignias look like, or any kind of unit patches, or any kind of military background of any of your characters.
The only thing I have is law enforcement.
Okay.
Yet. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Okay.
No.
So,
No.
if anyone has mega corporate, like,
I have corporate personality, and then I have corporate laws. I would argue with corporate law, I would have a basic understanding of most things that fall under the umbrella.
give me a logic roll,
Okay.
and we'll see if you recognize who these people are. Anyone else have like anything like corporate entities or corporate security or anything like that? Okay.
Got a success.
So you've got one. So you recognize a corp logo on the uniforms as being Ares.
Okay.
Okay.
I hate Aries.
Okay. So you roll up, right? And as the truck rolls up...
So I would definitely know about this then, because I was Aries Law.
Okay, so you know exactly. Okay, if you were Ares Law, okay, then you absolutely know who these gentlemen are. This is Ares,
Ooh, they make my favorite gun.
Yeah, like an Ares SWAT team, basically. It's military. They're Ares military guys, and you know that Ares typically gets contracted to do things like this, right? UCAS will contract out to Ares and go, "Hey, we need enhanced border patrols around California right now because something's going on, and we don't understand what the level of threat is." So as you guys roll up, they're stopping vehicles. There's another vehicle in front of you. It's a passenger car. Someone's leaning in, talking to them, and after a few moments, they wave them. They open up the gate and they wave them through. As you guys roll up, there's two armed men. They're carrying assault rifles, and then there's a small little like pup tent thing where there's another gentleman sitting in it. As you pull up, the truck's going to slow down, and the windows are going to roll down. There's somebody down there that says, "Hello."
I'll open the door.
Okay.
And
You're on the passenger side, right? Or are you going to lean over and open the door?
Oh, they're on the driver's side?
Yeah, they're on the driver's side. They're coming up the driver, but they can't see LT because he's too short.
Just crawl over LT.
They're like...
I'm going to get out on the passenger side, and I'll
Okay.
come around.
Okay.
And I'll say, good evening, gentlemen.
Ma'am, you know that this is a hazardous area that you're entering?
Sir.
Oh, sir? Right, sorry.
Sorry, I have a cold.
Yes, I'm well aware. We're making a delivery of resources and goods for some of the trapped... I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Citizens.
Are y'all whispering? Are you whispering to him?
No,
Tell him
let's
that we're...
pretend that I'm saying this way smarter. We're part of a peace effort bringing resources and goods to the citizens still trapped within the Blightland. Wreckage.
It's a containment zone.
Containment zone.
Right? They're trying to
Thank
make a
you.
containment zone, but it's only been 2 weeks, so they're working diligently to create some type of containment zone until they figure out, hey, do we have... What is going to happen? Is it going to be spread past California, whatever? Nobody knows. And so there's all this talk and all these conspiracy theories, and everyone's calling it the Great Debate because nobody has an answer. So they say, okay, and who are you affiliated with? You probably got like a manifest of your cargo.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Player cannot remember, but character
It
totally
Yeah.
should,
remembers.
it should be in there.
You could pull it up.
Yeah,
You
character
pull-
knows.
Yep.
Sequoia does not.
You pull up a manifest of your cargo.
I'll already have it ready.
Okay, and it shows medical supplies, and it's got a list of different things, gauze and syringes and antibiotics and IV
food too,
bags
right?
and
Yeah.
then foodstuffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It shows you're looking at it, it's all dehydrated foodstuffs. On
Yeah,
the side
and
of the,
I
think it's
feel-
all, CeCe's best, fresh
Yeah.
tomatoes.
I feel that Jelly would have memorized this.
Okay, so you'd be like, just rattle off the top of your tongue, that way it sounds natural, all right? And they're like, all right, cool. Just mind if we go ahead and have a walk around, and the other gentleman is starting to walk around the truck just to take a quick look, and that's pretty much standard practice.
I'll say absolutely. There are some pressure sensitive items inside, so I would prefer that you did not break the seal.
Okay, so at that point you'll notice that the gentleman that's sitting in the little pup tent, right? It's just like it's like only has covering on top, and it's got the 4 legs kind of thing.
Shit.
He gets up and he walks over,
no.
and he's like, Alex, can I talk to you real quick? Right? And he calls the guy that you're talking to over. He's like, one moment, sir. Right? And he walks over and he comes back and he says, are you carrying any magical goods by chance?
Oh, absolutely not. These are resources for the refugees still trapped within the containment breach.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a con roll.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, we're open
So,
comms.
when he says that, can I gaze into the astral plane at the cargo to see if I can tell if there's... Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
So when you switch over to astral perception, the entire trailer
Wait.
is awakened. The entire trailer radiates a magical aura.
Oh, no,
You
no,
see
no,
that
no.
immediately. The entire thing is like a big rectangle of magical energy.
Using my subvocal to talk to Jelly, I'm going to say, Jelly, I regret that I did not check this previously, but
I was wondering when someone was going to check there, if someone was going to check.
this entire
I didn't
cargo
want
hold
Jelly to
is
get mad at
is a sun level amount of magic.
It's a solar flare. We got a solar flare on wheels.
I was
behind us.
slightly blinded with how much magic there is in there.
You can sense it if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to roll a sensing test.
Is sensing?
Yeah, so basically he's reading. So he perceives astrally, he sees magic permeates the astral plane. He notices, the trailer we're carrying is magical in some nature. So he's going to now sense it to try and understand what kind of magic it is and that kind of thing. To try and get some information.
I got 4 successes.
You got 4 successes.
Astral skills.
So I
I
want
got
to pop
2.
into over the hint. It's not my specialty, but isn't walls to keep out spirits? Isn't this the way they do it? They put magics in walls, butterflies and moths.
Well, we can hope for that. Otherwise, we're holding a veritable plethora of magical
but
items.
Wouldn't Jelly use this as excuse? No one goes in, no one goes out, spirits don't come, yes?
So give me a roll.
Will this be a part of an astral signature or no?
So you would have sensed the astral signature of the trailer, right? But while he's asked, so you're going to do that first, and then we'll get to answer MF's question.
Okay, cool. Because I have astral signature as
cool.
a bonus. 3, 4. So I got 5.
Okay, so you got 5. So if you look on the magic chart here, it's right here. This will tell you, all right, it's sensing right here. So with 5, you know the exact force. So the exact force of the trailer, it is a force 9 magical barrier.
Okay.
All right, you basically understand what it is with that many successes. You're like, that is a mana barrier. Mana barriers are designed to do one of 2 things: to keep magic out from the inside of the trailer, or to keep something inside in.
Okay. So I'll tell Jelly that.
Oh.
And where your magic rating is 5, this is a 9. So you know the exact magic rating. So it's a powerful barrier.
I actually get to roll a few more. I forgot about my tailored pheromones.
Oh yes,
So
anytime
I'm
you
gonna
talk to people, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll 2 more die.
Okay.
Cool. So 5 successes.
Okay.
Jelly MF is correct on this one. This is a level 9 barrier for magic items for magic to keep things out or in.
Does this mean we're not gonna make it through? I have the subvocal as well.
This means that you should mention as MF said, if they bring it up, say it is to keep out any ill spirits.
Well, he's already asked if you're transporting magical goods.
Yeah.
You said no, right?
I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, okay.
Okay.
Can I do? So is this initiative? Can I do multiple things at once right
You
now?
can do multiple things.
So I want to con 2.
Okay.
I want to put on the most sniveling worm little assistant persona that I can.
Okay. All right.
And
You're basically gonna pull these aren't the droids you're looking for, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
like in the most pathetic, like,
Okay.
oh, please don't be mean.
Okay, all right. Okay. You're going to try and cry your way out of the ticket right now. All right, so go ahead and give me an influence.
Okay.
And don't forget about your tailored pheromones.
That's
this is
right.
definitely,
Is Jelly like a really pretty male?
Yeah,
elf?
he's an elf. He's gorgeous.
Yeah? Okay.
Super hot. And these are all elves too, right? No, they're Aries.
No, they're
Oh,
a
shit.
human.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I got
Just throw that
excited.
anywhere.
Nice.
And this is why we have dice.
Yeah, dice tray.
Well,
I have
dice
more
trays
of
and
these if you
coaches.
want.
Roll this.
I have one hit, so,
Well, then
Well,
I think
they're
we're fine.
screwed.
they are screwed, yeah.
Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Okay,
successes.
They work for Jelly now.
So what do you say?
Nice.
I say, oh my gosh, I completely ditched on this. But I think that there is a protective charm on the truck bed to keep any kind of negative mana from entering it so that it is uncorrupted and pure as possible.
Is not what I said.
Okay.
Well, he
You
says-
did paraphrase.
So the one gentleman that
Leave
walked
it to
over,
the
that called the other one
professional.
over, he says, well, there is a potentiality of a magical threat in the Free State, so that does make sense.
We're just trying to keep these goods as unpolluted as possible for those poor people in there.
Yep. And he's, he kind of motions to the other guy, kind of waves him over with his fingers, and they whisper between each other for a second, and the guy comes back over, and the other guy walks back over underneath the pup tent, and the other Aries gentleman comes there and says, "Go on through, proceed."
I will hop back up.
Wait, that worked?
That worked.
Okay, so I'm going to get back up on the bed. I'm going to look out the window. I want to see what kind of stupid people they are out here.
All right. So
Do you look as stupid as you?
You just don't smell as good as she does. Or he does.
But I'm looking out the window. I'm not talking to anyone,
Okay,
but I got to
alright.
see who
Alright.
the hell believed that
Alright,
the way
alright.
that was done.
Yeah. So go and take a point of karma for that. Nicely done.
Nice.
Alright,
That was very well.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, can I make a natural heal roll for the day since we're now?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
you
okay.
may. Yes.
And then Barry,
Absolutely. Anybody
will
that's
you
wounded
help me
can
with
make-
biotech, because if somebody aids me and just simply
Yeah, of
somebody
course. If you
trained in
come
biotech.
upstairs, yeah.
So yeah, so
Absolutely.
you don't need to roll anything. It just gives
It's all
me
upstairs. It's
plus
on the
two
top
dice.
bunk.
They're just like cuddling.
Yeah. You go here. I'll heal you. All right. So you look out the window, and as you guys pull away, and as you go by, you see that there are armored men outside. They've got various insignias on their uniforms. You're not sure what they mean, but they look military in nature.
See?
Yeah. Now, you may not quite, in your history, because you've worked with Jelly before, you're not quite sure what it is that he does, but he's got a very specific way of words and just has this way to, like, get his way pretty much everywhere he goes. So
No,
you're like,
no.
all right.
He's fine with that.
Yep.
I just can't believe that worked.
It somehow, yep, it worked. They bought it.
I don't understand magic. Ooh.
I'm just a stupid elf. I
I'm
don't
so
know
silly. My
It won't always work, but it worked this time. All right, so that's good. You were able to. You didn't create. There wasn't a situation created there. All right, so you guys get through the checkpoint, and this isn't like a real. This is a pretty informal checkpoint, right? It's a 3 people there going, hey, we're just going to stop traffic, and you're not even sure that they could necessarily
Do you have any fresh vegetables in
detain
there?
you, all right? Fresh vegetables, but
Yeah.
one of the directives was by under no circumstances crack the seal on the trailer. And that could have very well taken place had you not done what you did. So that's why you get the point of karma. Good job.
Fantastic.
All right, so you guys get back out on the road. Now, as you continue to travel south on 101, I believe 101 goes through the town of Oric.
It does,
Yeah, it
yes.
does.
One of them goes directly through Oric.
Right through
I'm
Oric.
gonna hit a fucking elk. No.
Well, you're not going to hit an elk, but so you're right as you coming up, you see the signs for Oric up ahead. And, right outside.
Oh, God. Are the I, C, and K scratched out and it just says K now? It's just Orc?
No.
That was pretty
What you see up ahead is you see that there's a vehicle. You're just north of Oric, and you see that there is a vehicle on the side of the road. It's a big rig, not like the one you're driving in, but much smaller class, 2-axle trailer with has the trailer compartment has a bunch of poles kind of scattered throughout it. Maybe like a livestock trailer or something like that, and it's kind of it's blocking part of the road. The actual cab of the truck is kind of off the side of the road, and it appears like it's got 2 flat tires. You see there's a dwarf and a female orc outside the vehicle, and it looks like their body language kind of suggests that perhaps they're arguing with each other. the dwarf is like listening, and he points his finger at the back of the truck, and he shakes his head and kind of walks off for a second, then turns back around and comes back. And as your guys' vehicle pulls up, he stops and looks and kind of steps out into the road and kind of does this.
Number 1, judge intentions.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me a judge intentions roll.
And it's just a straight roll.
Yeah, just a straight roll.
Okay.
He's not trying to hide anything. He's being genuine, but what is that? What does that mean to you?
I got 1 success.
Okay. That's all you really need.
Okay.
It appears that he has a look in his eye, like he's asking for help, like trying to slow you down, like, hey, we need some help. Can you please help us, kind of thing.
Can we still fit past him? Or are they blocking the road?
He's not blocking the road completely. You could drive around him if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right.
Fuck them.
All right. So you tell LT, just keep going.
Yeah.
It do not matter.
All right. So LT kind of, veers off the side of the road a little bit, kind of goes around and kind of keeps going, right? As you guys do, you can hear the dwarf, motherfucker.
The dwarf or the other was orcs?
Well, there was a dwarf and a female orc.
And an orc, okay.
Yeah. You can hear motherfucker. As you guys just keep going. So pissed off dwarf. He's like, can you help me, right? Like a world full of
No.
Also, remind me for the blight, because I've been to Auric. It's lush green. The blight is destroyed foliage, or just the it's killing.
Is the blight in Auric?
So yeah, you haven't hit the blight yet.
We haven't hit the blight yet.
You haven't hit it yet.
I thought once we hit the free state, we were in the blight.
No.
It hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone up. So you're going to see the blight. Where you're going just like. Pretty much, you're going to get in it once you get over to that area. But where you're at right now, it didn't stretch this far west.
Okay, excellent.
Right. You know that it extended as far north as Mount Shasta, and then traveled down just south of Fresno, but it didn't quite come this far west.
Okay.
So when you can pull it up on a map. You can go onto the Matrix and look at it right now in a satellite view and see that it probably comes as far west as in between like Willow Creek and Arcata.
Okay.
And then down, that westerly direction, and then as far south as Shasta. So it kind of creates this weird. It's not a symmetrical shape. It creates this strange blotch through the state.
Okay. All right.
But you see the biggest concentration of it is inland. So you guys are still too westerly to actually be driving through it. But from the pictures that you look at, it looks like all the vegetation is completely gone. You've been reading about stuff like no sights of animals or anything like that. You've been listening up on like Jack Point and things like that, which is kind of the Shadowrunner hangout online, Reddit basically, if you will. And people are like, a lot of work going into the Free State right now, into the containment zone. Watch out for the border patrols. The elves are on high alert. Apparently, maybe big pay on any sentient beings or life forms, animals, that kind of thing that can be brought out of the Free State right now. With the blight going on. So there's lots of theories and lots of rumors floating around, and that's pretty much dominating the Matrix right now. Is the talk of that. So, and you can see it. It looks like everything is pretty much from the satellite view. It looks like everything is just dead, withered, like the craziest fire has ripped through there and killed everything.
Wow.
It's just black.
Shit.
Wow. Yeah.
Not good.
Nope.
No, not good. You look at Mount Shasta and it's just it's like this dark. But Mount Shasta has this strange like streak of red in it, but it's not lava, but it's like jet black with like these streaks of red that come from the peak.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's not lava.
It's not lava. It's just jet black with like streaks of very faint streaks of red that kind of streak down its slopes.
All right. So we cruise all along.
You also know there's been declared a no-fly zone.
Yeah.
You guys keep on cruising. All right, so with that, you're going to continue on, and you're going to eventually make it south to just south of Fortuna, where you can veer off and get onto 36 heading east, right?
Okay.
Now you've got about a 3.5-hour drive, maybe 4 hours, depending. 36 is a very windy road. I don't know if you guys have ever been on that,
yeah.
But with a rig this long, you're probably doing like a 40 mile an hour, maybe 45 in some spots, drive going across that. So we're probably looking at more like a 4-hour drive, all right?
From just my experience with LT, how long can he go without sleeping successfully?
He could probably go about 18 hours before he's like, okay, I'm done.
He's a professional.
Yeah,
Potentially, we could drop off our load, and then he could
you
rest.
could. Yeah, you could.
Okay.
You could. About 2 hours in on the 36. It's a windy road. Everyone make a composure test, right? Just moving with the truck, the weight of the truck, everything, just the back and forth, the cutbacks.
Also, unfortunately, I attempted my heal roll and I got nothing.
Oh,
Still injured for the day.
All right,
No
all right.
successes.
No successes, okay.
One success.
One success.
Hey, one success.
All right, one. But you didn't glitch, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I got 3 successes.
No, but I feel like I'm going to be turning off the television.
Yeah, so you feel sick, right? Just from the driving, right? You are under basically the same as the nauseated effect right now, right? So you're like, you feel sick. You basically got like, you're basically seasick. You got motion sickness really bad right now. You've been in this thing for hours. So it does affect your ability if anything were to happen. So as you guys continue down the road, you're about 2 hours into the trip and you hear a loud explosion and then the truck veers and you hear LT, son of a bitch!
What the fuck?
Right? So the truck slows to a halt. LT hops out. He's no longer rigged in the vehicle. He's like, we got a blowout.
Is that the tire?
That's a tire.
Oh, all right.
Yep, that'd be a tire.
I spilled my juice cleanse on my trousers.
Okay. He says, I suggest we'll go ahead and secure a perimeter, and I'll assess the damage.
On it, LT. And she is going to take her Ares Alpha rifle with her and secure the perimeter.
I'll say I will go outside and see if there's anything in need of shooting.
What time of day is it now?
It's evening.
It's evening.
nighttime.
Is it dark outside?
It
Yes,
was
it is
like
now dark.
6 when we hit the wall, and it's been like 3.5 hours of driving since then.
Yeah, so it's nighttime.
So I'm going to switch. I'm not sure if I have to switch it on or if it's always on my thermographic vision.
It's always on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always on.
And I'm an elf, so I think I have...
You have low light, I believe,
Yeah.
right? All right. So and there's moonlight, so you see well. You see fine. Anyone that doesn't have any racial image enhancement, like low light or thermographic,
I'm guessing it is all 10s.
MF, some
I have
dwarf,
thermo.
you've got thermo.
We can leave the headlights on, right? I don't know how big
you can leave
are.
the headlights on. So LT gets out and he says, yep, we'll blow out. It's going to be a little bit while I get this thing changed, right? He's all, I could use some help. And he's kind of like,
Okay, MF, will you give him a hand?
Yes, I am securing the perimeter.
he's kind of like sizing everyone up, like who's the strongest here.
I could. First, maybe world stops spinning for me.
I feel like you could change a tire spinning, but not shoot a gun.
Just deep breaths into
you're,
your nose.
you're
out through
nauseated.
your
You're
mouth.
like, you're happy that the truck is.
Oh, yeah.
stopped.
No. I figured he kind of slowly got his way outside.
I'll offer my... I don't even know, my canteen to you.
No.
I'm telling you, it is just breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. 4 count in, hold for 2, 4 count out. It works every time.
Then
I
they'll try
wish
this.
if we had a lemon, that would help as well.
A lemon?
There's lemon juice
If you
in
would
my
scratch
cleanse.
a lemon and smell it. It
really?
helps with
No.
car sickness. Yes.
No.
That is
Alright.
good to know.
All right.
Yes,
so now
I will-
so as you guys have this exchange, everyone give me a perception test.
Good, sweet
So,
Lord.
nauseated, I am down how many dice?
Nauseated makes you nauseated status.
I know there's nothing like advantage,
You have 5
like D&D.
plus
No.
Does my
It's
thermographic
most
do
likely
anything for
gonna
me?
be
No, this is a
Intuition,
hearing
yeah.
test.
Oh, it's a hearing test.
Yeah, so anyone that's got like amplified hearing or anything
no,
like
I've
that.
had a lot of gunshot by
I
my
do.
ears.
I have
so-
amplified hearing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So
Where
nauseated.
the hell is my... Oh, there's my
Alright,
perception.
your stomach heaves, your head spins,
4
you have trouble
5.
thinking. All right. So at the start of a combat round, you have to make a body plus willpower test. If you fail, you cannot take any action that round, and if you succeed, you can act, but you lose a minor action. All right. And the threshold for that test is 2. Okay. All right. So
Listen
body
to
plus
them.
Not in
willpower.
combat, so perception's perception.
Yeah. Perception. Perception.
I just got 1.
All right.
I also have 1.
Okay.
I got 4.
All right. 4.
1, 2,
For listening.
3.
Over here. So I'm assuming at this point you guys are kind of like out of the truck, kind of standing around.
I have 6 successes.
Okay, you're kind of out of the truck, standing around, like
I have my shotgun.
thinking about like what kind of damage. What are we looking at? The truck is still on the road, but the cab of it's kind of like veered off the side. The front right wheel is off onto the shoulder,
Oh, no.
but you guys are blocking that lane of the road because it's twisted. It wasn't a
Man.
straightaway, but you didn't go off the road. For those of you that got 2 successes or more, in the distance you hear this. It sounds like a rooster crow.
Can I check on the road that we just passed and see if there's like a spike strip or some
Sure.
sort of... Yes, that is what I'd like to check
So,
out.
okay, you're looking around on the road, and you don't see any kind of spike trip. You don't see any signs of,
Foul play.
yeah, foul play. It didn't look
Alright.
like someone,
Okay.
tried to sabotage. Just
making sure
maybe
this is
the-
not an ambush.
maybe the tires just weren't in that great a shape, or you hit something in the road that punctured the tire.
Okay.
It's just one of those things that just can happen.
Okay.
you know?
All right.
Who all got 2 or more successes?
No, just 1.
Okay. MF, how many did you get?
1.
Okay, you got 1. So the 2 of you hear this rooster crow in the distance, and normally, hey, Well, one, roosters don't typically crow in the middle of the night, right? But this shriek kind of just sent chills up your spine a little bit. You're kind of like, that's just a creepy sounding rooster crow right there. Do either one of you have like parazoology or anything that might have to do with magical beasts or anything like that?
No.
You might have studied it, seen it on a Trid show, Mutual of Omaha's Awakened Kingdom.
Can I know, but I do know that Hot Hands. No, MF. You have some zoology stuff, right?
Yeah, we got a history.
Awakened beast or something.
Sure, but I didn't hear it.
But you didn't hear it. You're like, if you're like, did you guys hear that?
So yeah, I'll say,
I had a rooster crow.
super fucking freaky rooster noise. What is it?
Neither one of you guys heard it.
Can I imitate what it sounded like?
You could.
It sounded like this.
Oh, I have the voice modulator.
What does the voice modulator do?
I can mimic people's voices.
Oh, okay.
So can I mimic this noise?
Are you okay? I'll let you mimic the noise.
Okay.
You mimic the noise, and it sounds like a rooster to you.
Even
Or some type of...
Even in Russia with broken chicken, no.
Yeah, maybe
not...
Well, that is
It didn't sound like a duck. It sounded probably like a chicken or a rooster of some kind.
a chicken or a rooster at this time of night. As someone who has studied agriculture, that is not really something that happens.
So I'm willing to roll with Awakened Creature as my knowledge skill, which I have.
Okay, so then give me an astral roll.
I was gonna say, can I peer into the astral veil to see if I can? I want to see if it's something.
I can't peer. I can't look into the astral, but with that knowledge, is there a roll for?
Yeah, give me a logic roll. Because you got the parazoology as like a knowledge skill, right?
I have Awakened Creatures
Awakened
specifically. If it's not an Awakened Creature, I won't be able to.
Give me a logic roll. And
I have one success.
You can do the same if you've got something like that.
Yeah, well, I have astral. I don't have anything with parazoology or anything like that. But if it's magical, if it's spirit, I'll see it. But.
Okay, you'll see it. But so as Jelly describes this mimics this sound that he heard, you know that it's probably one. If it's a magical creature, it's probably one of just a few things that make that type of noise. So the first thing that comes to mind is cockatrice.
Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cockatrice stand about 2 meters tall. They're awakened creatures, and they hunt in packs.
Oh, clever girl!
They're predatory creatures.
We're talking like 5 to 6, or are we talking like a herd?
More like like wolf pack type numbers.
Okay.
Like 5 to 6.
I vote we all go back in the cab and just pick them off when they're close. We can just leave which side is the pop tire on?
It's on the driver's side.
We'll just leave the door open, and someone will.
You would assume.
I was to say, what do I know? He says that, and what do I actually think about it?
What about what?
About just going inside and trying to shoot him. We have the trailer, which is awakened, which if they're awakened beasts, they can see it, which is going to probably be a draw for them.
You're assuming that maybe the sound of the tire blowing out may have drawn their attention if they are in the area. So
do I think sitting inside and picking them off from the upstairs window is going to be the way to go? I mean, is there something that
you've never encountered one, but you've read about them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I will stay on the ground and pick them off. I don't care. Let's do this.
You know that cockatrice has a poison tail that they can hit you with, a paralyzing touch. They don't typically employ, like from your studies or your experience, they don't typically sling spells, but they're a dual-natured creature, and they have a paralyzing attack. It's a physical attack.
So maybe it would make sense to be inside.
Oh, we got CeCe on the ground covering him, and then someone maybe can get a gun out the window, and we'll just pull them both in.
I'm going to climb up the ladder rungs. I'm going to leave the tire that's probably sitting sideways, climb up the ladder rung to the top of the cab, get in that position. That'll give me the most fire.
Well, LT right now is like getting the jack out and getting all the tools out to like crank up the truck.
Oh, we haven't even taken it off yet. Okay.
Oh yeah, taking a big rig tire off ain't like changing a passenger. It's an ordeal. Right,
I figure we go slow. We may lose, half hour, 45 minutes, but
just riding on rim.
But I think that taking this slow is probably the best bet if they're pack animals.
I do not care. I will kill any kind of chicken. It doesn't matter, awakened or no.
And that's why you're my girl, CeCe.
Okay.
I too can be outside.
Now, just as a kind of side game thing, right? Just to kind of help acclimate you to characters. So you can astrally perceive, but you can also astrally project. So for a character to astrally project, you can leave your meat body. You can say, "Hey, I'm going to just astrally project really quick, and I'm going to go and see if I'm going to do some quick recon."
However,
can he project something that's not him?
No,
Could he-
no,
okay.
he hits his basically
Like
like his
possess
own
something?
soul. Basically leaves the meat
Well, I was
body and he
thinking,
goes
like,
into the astral plane.
What's the
However,
natural predator of
Awakened creatures are
cockatrice?
dual natured,
Right.
which means you can see them, they can see you.
They can also
and
see you,
many of them are able to attack you in astral form.
Okay.
Do you
Now,
have to
when
go
you-
into like a meditative state? Do I have to like watch your body while
We'll
you
just
are...
leave him in the cab if
Oh,
that's what
okay.
they
I
want.
That is a
would
much
just go
better plan.
into the cab.
Yeah, and you also know that projecting astrally doesn't necessarily mean that every creature that exists on the astral plane can attack you when they see you. They still have to get to you the same way they'd be able to get to you in the real world. So you could say, hey, you know what? I'm going to fly up and I'm going to keep altitude and just do a bird's eye recon and hope that they don't have guns or some way to astrally
The
use
birds.
some kind of projectile or some kind of spell that would be able to travel from point A to point B to
Well,
get
that
to
would
me.
be super useful.
Alternatively, could I summon a plant spirit to go and look for him?
You could. You could summon a bunch of different types of spirits, You could do a plant spirit. You could do a spirit of, like, air or something like that to just fly.
That would be good to know how
that
close
kind of
they
thing.
get.
Yeah, could I just try and summon a minor air spirit so that I can just send it out to go and see where they are? Or
Sure.
attempt to do that?
So, okay, what you need to do then is you need to make a conjuring test.
Okay.
And you have to, first thing you need to determine is what force of spirit you're going to try and summon. And if the force of that spirit is above your magic rating, you can still do it, but now you're resisting drain. That's physical damage instead of stun damage.
Okay.
And I think it said right there what you got to do.
Yeah, so...
Make a conjuring plus...
Conjuring plus magic.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, I just want... So, for the force value, I'm thinking just a level 1. Just something that can zip out there and come
Okay,
back.
just
I don't
something-
want to bother something big.
All right, okay. So it's a force 1, all right, because it's times 2. It's resisted by double its force plus what?
Let's see. Initiative, astral... let's see. Defense rate.
It'll be another conjuring test there.
Okay,
The
this is
game
shaping
master
up.
rolls force times 2 for the spirit.
Yep, cool.
Okay.
So you're doing 1, so I get 2 dice. So obviously, if you're trying to conjure more powerful spirits, then I've got 1. Because typically spirits don't want to be conjured. When you conjure them, it owes you an amount of services equal to your net hits. So, and it doesn't typically doesn't like to be basically enslaved and forced to do the things it doesn't want to do. It just wants to return to astral space.
Yeah, so I got 5.
You got 5, I got 1. So you summon a force 1 spirit of air. This wispy little vortex thing spirit shows up, and now you've got 4 tasks that it owes you. Now, the way tasks work, they have to be simple. You can't give it like high detail tasks it doesn't know.
Mystery seats.
Yeah, so something specific and direct, and that's how they are most effectively utilized.
How far away? How many? I can't.
Yeah.
They don't typically communicate with you in like a understandable language so much. You can give it commands like protect me. Oh, okay, right. Or you can say,
Go out and only return if you
Go.
see a cockatrice.
yeah, attack that, right? Cool, it knows to go and attack it. And then typically what happens is when one sunrise and one sunset have passed, no matter whether you've used up the services or not, it dissipates back into the astral plane.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Cool. So you've bound this spirit of air, right? So it's,
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
so
say, hi.
you got to resist the drain.
Oh, yes.
That would be the next thing.
So, drain.
The drain value is double its force.
Double its force?
Yep.
Okay.
So, if we're not initiative, is it an action to draw a weapon? Like,
No.
can MF get ready on the roof?
Yep, you can totally get
Oh,
ready.
he's ready.
Yeah, we're not in any kind
Okay.
of initiative round.
All right,
You
so
guys,
CeCe's covered on the ground. MF's got the air control, and then
you're outside the
With
truck.
my Aries Alpha.
Your Ares Alpha, just
No.
scanning.
So I take just 1 point of drain.
You're in the truck. You've just summoned this air spirit, which is fine. So the air spirit exists on the astral plane until it materializes. Right? MF is on top of the cab.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm
are
going to
inside
walk.
the truck as well.
It's not a huge cab, but I'm going to walk perimeter basically.
I'm sitting.
'Cause I still don't know what side it came from.
Okay.
So I'm gonna quickly on my comm. They can see, yeah. So I'll pull up a picture of a cockatrice because I'm sure that just Google it or whatever
Okay.
the Google of this world is. I'll say,
The Matrix.
Spirit, if you would kindly go look around and find one of
If
these.
you don't mind.
I'll say, go in a 10-meter circle and find one of these. If you find one, come back here and tell me
It's
where.
like, go track one of these in the area. If you find one, come back.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Simple idea.
So basically, it's going to stay gone unless it finds one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So it takes off.
So the bad thing is if it's not cockatrices, it's not coming back.
It's not
That's okay.
coming back.
Well, it eliminates. It's the process of
Yeah.
So
elimination.
you're like, oh, good, it's not cockatrices.
So as you've got the cockatrice pulled up. It's a magical creature. They're about 2 meters tall. They've got like big flowing blue tail feathers and red like headdress feathers and things like that. And they've got like this poison attack. They usually jump up and try and hit you with their tail, and their poison is paralyzing to most.
Okay.
And they're dual-natured creatures, so they're constantly in the astral and the physical plane simultaneously at all times.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
So I'll tell everybody, I have sent a spirit to go and search. If there's a cockatrice within 10 meters around this place, we'll find it.
That is fucking cool.
All right.
Yes, it
So-
is pretty cool.
5 minutes passes, but about 10 minutes passes, the spirit goes back.
It's a cockatrice.
Goes back.
Perfect. Spirit, which direction are the cockatrices?
It can't communicate that to you.
Can
You can say,
Oh wait, I'll say. I'll look around and I'll find like a piece of paper.
so that was one service.
Yeah.
So
And I will tear the piece of paper and put it in my hand. Please blow this in the direction of the cockatrices.
okay. So the vortex kind of spins up, and it blows this piece of paper in a certain direction, which is off to your right, which is off the passenger side of the truck.
And then I will say, actually,
Give us an alarm when they're close.
yeah,
If
I'll
that's
say.
something.
Now you can dismiss it, and he's still bound until a sunset and a sunup.
Oh.
You can have as many
Yeah.
spirits bound as twice your magic rating, I believe. So it just goes back into the confines of the astral plane until you call forth the spirit again to deliver and give you basically satisfy another service, because you've still got 3 services. Actually, you've got 2 services.
Yeah. Sure. You know what? I'll say. You can be dismissed for now.
Okay, and it dissipates.
Hot hands, do you have direction? I can hear you, I can't see you.
Oh yes, it is that direction. And
That still did not help.
I'll tell him the actual direction.
Yeah, if you're communicating astrally, then you don't necessarily hear him, right?
Oh, you're right,
So-
you're right. I thought he was in...
Spirits have a
forget-
telepathic link to their summoners,
Remove
right? But
that.
it doesn't understand complex instruction.
So I'll say it up to you. It is to the whatever direction, northwest, west, or whatever. Whichever.
On the passenger side.
Yeah, on the passenger side,
Alright.
that direction.
On it. Now I am focused that way.
Okay, you're focused that way. Right.
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry. So I could do one other thing. I'll say I can make it difficult if they come that direction. One moment, please.
All right.
So I'm gonna go out. And I am going to look at the plants on the passenger side at the edge.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Rosebush.
Okay. What does Rosebush do?
So, Rosebush and Vine, it allows me to accelerate growth of plants. And effectively, if I use it, it says in a offensive manner, I can accelerate the growth of plants in an area, and then anything going through it is going to have the off-balanced status.
Okay.
And let's see, as a massive burst of vegetation, inhibits movements. If the sorcery test exceeds the subject's strength, then the subject also receives the hobbled status.
Okay. All right. And so you're going to cast that in the direction that the cockatrice might be in. Okay.
And so it's an area.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and cast it.
Go ahead and cast that, and then resist the drain.
Yes.
In the meantime, everyone else can give me another hearing perception test.
Now I know the direction I'm supposed to be looking.
Yep. Let's throw a lot of dice. That's awesome.
Only 2 successes.
All right, 2's enough.
5 successes.
We got 5. All right, cool. So you're in the middle of casting this spell, so you're not really focused on this. Plus, you're inside. For those of you that are outside, they got more than 1.
So I'm in the cab. Does that count?
You're in the cab, so you got 2. You still hear it. There is, especially the 2 of you that are outside. There is a fast-moving vehicle coming up from the rear.
Oh,
On the
no. Now we have the cockatrice and another vehicle.
Keep your head down. If they stop, I'll deal with it.
Oh, I don't
All right.
need to cast to
Right,
use that.
From the rear?
Yes. So
What is
with your 4 success, you can hear the rubber squealing on the road. So somebody's moving fast and taking corners quickly.
How far away are we talking? I can see the headlights, or hundreds of feet or less type of thing.
Oh no! As you look, right, because there's a windy road, you can't see the headlights. You can see the kind of the light from maybe the headlights are coming off. down because there's kind of like there's a small grade, maybe like a 10%
All right,
grade.
so it's a ways away.
But it's a ways away. We're probably talking within, it's probably a quarter mile, but it's moving fast. You can hear the rubber. Somebody's racing up the road.
Okay. So
We're
what
off
is
the road, right?
The front right tire is
We're probably
on the shoulder,
slightly
but
jackknifed,
you're basically blocking the right side of the
How
road.
far from the
Las
cab
Stairs.
to the trailer?
From the cab to the trailer, what portion of the cab?
Like hopping, you
The
mean?
back. I'm going to jump from the cab to the trailer. What
Easy.
distance? All right.
3 feet.
So I'm going to take that jump
Okay.
and run back down the trailer, and
So you run towards the back of the trailer, right?
we have somebody coming up the road.
As you make it to the back of the trailer,
Fast.
now you start to see the headlights, right? And you see a vehicle coming, and you can see
Very fast.
that the lights, right? It's crossing over the middle line and then weaving back in, and it's moving fast. And it appears it keeps doing this left to right thing, like it's either playing a game on the road or it's not. Maybe a drunk driver, something, but it's not traveling in a straight line.
Someone inside cab, go step on brake.
Yeah, I'm in the driver's seat. I'll step on the
And
brake.
hold.
Okay, hold on. I don't know cars. Jelly specifically cannot drive.
Okay.
Is it the same as a regular car? Like, could he just push on one of them? And
Yeah, there's a clutch, there's a gas and a brake
does
pedal.
Jelly know that?
On big rigs, you have to double clutch it. You got to clutch it to take it
Why
out
don't you
again. You
just
got to
press
clutch it to
all
put
of
it
them?
in.
Yeah, no.
But you wouldn't know that. So you just like a push all
Yeah,
the pedals.
he'll just
stop,
try
Jelly.
them all, and I'll say,
Okay.
"Tell me
Well,
when
you're
I did
casting
it."
you're casting the spell.
Oh, that's right. I'm outside.
Yeah.
Which I already did.
I'll say-
no
As
drain.
soon-
Did this
I
do it?
Know I do know what brake lights look like.
Okay.
So as soon as I see brake lights,
Are
I
you
will
at
let her know.
Are you
You're at the-
at the back of the cab?
You're at the front of the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, am I at the front?
Outside,
Yeah.
But
okay.
in the dark, I should have no trouble seeing
Which
the red
tire-
hue.
Right, you see it, right.
Yeah, okay, hold
You're
on.
at the back of the trailer
let's-
now.
For some reason, I imagined like
So
the
that's
back
one.
tire blew out, and so
Yeah.
I thought I was like that.
Is
That
it
is
one
the
of-
one.
It was the front.
Hold.
The front
Okay.
driver's side tire blew
I'm
out.
at the front then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold the brake down.
Then I tell you, pump.
The
All right.
brake.
So
Da.
as you guys are kind of giving you're giving this instruction set, and you're kind of like this, and you're pushing on a thing, and you see
Should
the
I
lights
honk the
kind
horn?
of do this thing, right? The vehicle's getting closer, right? And it looks.
I do not think
You start to feel
creature
confident this
outside.
thing, it's not slowing down, right? It looks like either the vehicle's out of control, there's something wrong with maybe the driver of the vehicle, but it is not slowing down, and it continues to cross over the middle line.
Do I think there is no question it's seen the pumping brakes by now?
You would
I
assume,
have
yes.
no question of
You have
that.
no question that whoever might be driving that car should absolutely see these brake lights going on.
Okay, there is no way that vehicle is going to miss this one.
Based on what you've been watching, you don't think so.
Okay, I will start shooting.
Sorry.
All right. So you open
I get the
fire.
warning.
You open fire on the vehicle.
I open fire on the front windshield where I believe the driver is sitting behind.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make me an attack roll with your weapon.
We could have talked.
Am I
more.
still nauseated?
Yes.
Okay. So again, nausea, what I need to do is
Body plus willpower
body plus
with a
will.
threshold of 2.
Yep, there
Got it.
are 3.
All right.
So
cool.
then,
So you can
standard combat.
standard combat. So go ahead and make a firearms test. What kind of weapon are you firing?
It is the Ruger Red Hawk.
Okay. And you're at 40 meters.
What is the
Close,
Ruger?
near, or far?
That's going to be near is up to. Where's my sheet at? Who's
What
got
is the
combat?
Ruger Red Hawk? Is that a light pistol?
It's a Ruger Red Hawk's revolver.
A revolver.
I have one of them too. They're like a really big revolver.
Oh, you are. I think it's 0 to 3,
Yep,
3 to 30. So close near. You're far range.
far range.
Far range.
So I have a
Attack rating of.
7.
All right. Go ahead. And I get to make.
We have
are
some-
going to- No. We're going to spend edge.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 of my edge. I have 3 successes net.
Okay. All right, you have 3 net successes. I have 1, so you have 2 net successes. And I am going to roll. All right, cool. So you now are you firing? What firing mode are you using? Are you using a burst? Are you doing a semi-automatic
So
or a single shot?
Rugers are single shots.
It's SA and BF.
All right, so SA is semi-automatic. When you pull the trigger, it fires 2 bullets.
Yep.
Or you can do a burst fire. So you have a narrow spread or a wide spread. Each
Burst
one
fire.
does
My
2.
objective is to go through that windshield. I intend
Okay.
to stop this thing before.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Ruger
So
Red Hawk.
yeah, burst fire.
I
So.
have a different one.
So you can fire 4 bullets, and you're -4 to your attack rating and +2 to the damage, and that's the narrow burst. but you're minus 4 to your attack rating, but you get plus 2 to your damage automatically, plus net hits.
So that makes sense. I mean, that's what I would do. I would open it up, thinking I'm
Right.
going to get through that.
So what's your
that
total
mission.
then?
Again, I have three net successes, but it's going to be 7 minus 4. It's going to be a 3 for
Damage goes up by 2.
damage goes up by 2, and the damage is going to be 5p.
All right, 5. So what's the standard damage is 5?
Standard damage is 3.
Plus 2 for the burst, which is 5.
5.
And your 3 net successes, so it's 8.
Okay.
All right.
8p.
So, okay, 8p. All right. Okay, cool. So bullets rip into the windshield. They go through the windshield, right? And you see the glass shatter, and then the vehicle swerves and careens and collides with the rear of the trailer. As you get closer, you see there are 2 individuals in the vehicle. Right, you're confident that you've probably come into contact with one of them, the driver, right? As you fire through the windshield.
That is the one you want to contact.
Nope, you don't hear the squeal of brakes or anything as this thing runs into the back.
So I don't know about timing issues, but as soon as I thought I had range, I would have been firing. I would not stop firing.
Right, you continue to fire, so you're like,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily make the vehicle stop driving,
Okay.
right?
Or spin
If
green out of
anything-
control, or
Right, it didn't end up going off the road at the speed that it was going. It closes the 40-meter distance pretty quickly, right?
Okay.
A combat round is 3 seconds, so
Good.
you fire a burst, boom, 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 goes into the windshield, and it kind of swerves a little bit, but still ends up colliding with the back of the trailer, right? At that point,
Shit.
the back of the trailer pops open.
Oh, we broke the seal!
do you? As much as I don't want to do this, do you want me to roll something? I'm standing on the trailer that
Yeah, so
just
I want
got
you to
hit.
make an athletics roll.
Oh,
Am I rolling again for the nausea? Every
Uh,
action I take?
Yes. So the back of the trailer the door, it's like it broke part of the hinge, so it just kind of goes poof. And it doesn't completely sever, but it shifts off its axis and kind of falls by the wayside, and it's barely hanging from the one hinge.
Over the comm, I say, what the fuck was that?
I've got control of my nausea 5.
Anyone
we
inside
have
the
been
truck
struck.
need to make a body roll.
Luckily, I was out of the truck.
Okay.
I am also out of the
Oh,
truck.
that's nice for you guys.
And what did you get on your athletics test?
So then you want athletics?
Oh, you made the body and
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you can go ahead and make an athletics test.
No.
Wait, do you have athletics though?
Oh, I do
No,
have...
no, this is for him. He's on top of the trailer.
Oh.
Anybody inside?
Yeah.
Make a body roll.
Okay, I failed.
Okay, no problem.
No
So
problem for him.
the impact is going to do 2 boxes of stun damage.
Okay.
Anyone else making a body roll that resists a 2 stun right now?
No.
I am outside the truck.
Okay, you're outside the truck. You're fine.
Okay.
Sorry. Were you outside the truck as well?
Yeah, 'cause I had just done
so
the rose
only
bush.
you. All right. Okay, so
I spend my last edge. I have 1
I
success.
fly forward and
you have one
smack my
success.
face on the wheel.
You fall down, but you don't fall off the top of the trailer.
Okay.
All right. So the back of the trailer is now now kind of hanging open, and go ahead.
I'm out of the truck.
You
I'm out
get
of
out
the
of the truck.
cab. I'm marching back there.
Okay, you march to the back of the trailer.
I would also start
Okay.
walking back there.
All right, as you get to the back of the trailer and you look inside, the inside of the trailer is decorated like an old apartment. Immediately you're going to see rug, carpet, a curio cabinet, and there's an old African American woman sitting in a rocking chair. She says, "What the fuck?"
Mother Abigail, is that you?
She's like, "Name's Pearl," and that's where we'll end it.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, good one, Dave.
Pearl.
I can't say that's who I was expecting to be back there.
Ah, good one. Good
That's
one. Thank
awesome.
you.
All right, thank you.
Dave.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you for listening to another NCRP Productions podcast. To stay on top of everything we're doing, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook, all at NCRP Productions. You can show your support and help us continue to produce content by joining our Patreon. We offer additional podcasts like our B-Sides and have GM materials, maps, and other fun things you can discover over time. You can find our podcasts on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, and many other fine podcast sites. Just look for us at NCRP Productions. We value your thoughts, so please don't hesitate to leave us feedback or comments. And if you would like to contact us directly, you can email us at ncrpproductions@gmail.com.